In the wake of the worst financial crisis since the Great Depression, with unemployment at record highs and corporate thievery dominating the headlines, Americans are angry, and they're looking for someone to blame. National public opinion of MBA students is at an all-time low. What was once the dream of every upwardly mobile middle-class American is now mired by an untouchable social stigma. But one man, Columbia Business School Dean R. Glenn Hubbard, is set on changing that reputation.
To regain the public's trust, we have to fundamentally transform our rules to ensure complete and utter transparency from all members of the Columbia Business School community. And that's why I took it upon myself to create the Honesty Code.
We've been following several CBS students over the past year as they adjust to this new policy. It's certainly been an interesting transition.
Guys, on behalf of your entire PA team, we just want to welcome you to CBS. We have an amazing week planned for you. We'll play some fun games, we're going to learn how to use coin, and on a personal note,
I'm aiming to sleep with at least 5 of you by the end of the week.
But enough about us. Let's hear about why you guys wanted to go to Columbia.
Well, I'm really interested in leveraged sell-side cap stock investments, and Columbia's location in New York City, combined with its diverse student body, will...
Jessica! Do I need to remind you about the Honesty Code? This is not something we take lightly here. Now, do you want to try this again?
Well, I really sucked at my old job, and my boss said that firing me was more paperwork than writing a reference letter. So, here I am.
That's better.
see, that wasn't so hard, was it? All right, James, how about you?
Well, I've never really held a job for more than 6 months, but my last name is Uris.
That's great! Well, how about you, Madison?
Well, I didn't get into Harvard, or Wharton, or Stern.
You see, guys, honesty really is the best policy.
The Honesty Code rapidly inserted itself into every facet of life at CBS.
I apologize, class. I didn't really read the case, so I'm just gonna ask some undirected questions for the next 90 minutes, and we'll see what happens. Yes, you, kiss ass.
Professor, I have absolutely nothing of substance to say. And yet, I'm hoping that you'll have forgotten that when the time comes to give out my class participation grade.
You are probably correct. Anyone else? Yeah, panicky girl.
Synergies, buy-in, vertical integration.
Excellent use of meaningless buzzwords. You know what? I just got tenure and I don't really have to teach anymore. Pull out your clickers. Time to stroke my ego. That's more like it.
By October, the student body had fully embraced the Honesty Code, and enforcement was no longer necessary, even at social events such as Thursday's Happy Hour.
I find you very attractive, but your insistence of studying social entrepreneurship would not support my intended lifestyle.
So you're in a long-distance relationship. That'll be over soon.
Yeah, well, for the time being, I still feel like I need to express my attachment to him, but that's only because he's bought me lots of shiny things.
That's okay. I'll just latch on to you, tell you you're really pretty, and pick you up on the rebound.
Fair enough, but I'm just gonna continue to use you for emotional support, but I don't really plan on having sex with you.
So I like hitting on foreign girls. It usually takes them longer to realize I have no personality whatsoever.
By winter, the competitive recruitment process for summer internships had begun. Would the private sector see eye to eye with Dean Hubbard's transformational policy?
So, tell me why you're interested in working for Bartleby, Fitzgerald and Associates.
Well, I just really like to have an offer so I can shop it to PE firms and hedge funds.
The CMC told me that a clean tech startup wouldn't support my nasty drug habit. By the way, how much do you make?
I know virtually nothing about your company, so I'm just gonna Google it on my phone while I pretend to go to the bathroom. Excuse me.
After 2 years of complete and utter sincerity, Hubbard's grand experiment was ready to test itself in the free market.
Hey,
medicine. I needed those pro formas 5 minutes ago. What's the holdup?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Greenfield. Pro formas take time as they're basically exaggerated, erroneous guesswork. But I think you'll be very pleased with these results.
Where did you go to school again?
Do I think you should make this trade? My firm would like me to tell you that it's fairly priced. But honestly, I intend to rip your face off. Hello?
With an army of honest to a fault Columbia MBAs flooding the job market, deal flow, investments, and trading activity has nearly halted, and the Dow Jones has taken a massive tumble.
Glenn, some people say that you're living in an idealistic fantasy world. Our country doesn't produce physical goods anymore. So how can a service-oriented economy like ours continue to thrive without masterfully crafted bullshit?
Listen, Carol, when you're trying to fundamentally change the way Americans conduct business, you have to expect some growing pains.
Would you do it all over again?
In a heartbeat, Carol. The Honesty Code is my legacy. Can I address the camera for a second?
Certainly.
I just wanted to address my CBS students directly. I know times are trying when you're truthful, but the world is going to catch on. And on that day, you'll be able to sit down at your dinner table and say proudly, I am an MBA.